Good morning, Year 2. So today's art lesson, we're going to be using watercolours and experimenting with them by mixing them together. And the focus is going to be to see how we can create movement with mixing our colours. So, as you all should know by now, our theme for this term in art is gardens. So, gardens, we've got flowers, vegetables, trees, and plants, that sort of thing, right? So what I want you to do is just take a little quick moment to close your eyes and see what comes to your mind when you picture a garden. So you might think, you might have a beautiful garden at home. You might have particular flowers, some colors. Your grandparents might have a nice garden at their house, or maybe you visited like a park or something that has a really nice garden too. So whatever comes to your mind, just have a few moments to think about that, and I'm going to do the same. Okay, just a few more seconds. So 3, 2, 1, coming back. All right, so I'm sure you all had some beautiful images in your heads. I know I did. So one thing that came to my mind was a particular flower. Now, can anyone have a little guess what this flower might be? Yep. Yes, that's right. Sunflowers. So as you can see, I've brought in some sunflowers today because for me, it's very special. My grandma, who's passed away, it's her favorite flower. So ever since she passed, I've made it a conscious effort to always plant sunflowers in my garden. So I pick them and I always display them in my home and stuff like that. So I brought that in today for us as our little inspiration. So sunflowers. Have a think about what you think sunflowers may represent. So thinking about what you feel when you look at a sunflower. How does it make you feel? Yeah, it makes you feel happy. And so why? Why do you think makes you feel happy? Yeah? Oh, yes. So the colors, so the color yellow you associate with happiness. Awesome. And oh, yeah, because of the sun. Yes, so the sun, happy, warm. Yeah, beautiful. They're all fantastic feelings and emotions. So great. With that in mind, thinking about the colors that we've chosen here. So with our sunflowers, I can see shades of yellow. I can see green. I can see, it's sort of like a brown, but it's almost black as well. So it's a bit of a mixture between the two, which is really helpful for what we're doing today, mixing them together and to create our movement. And yeah, so different shades of green, yellow, browns, and black sort of thing. Fantastic. So before we get into our creations with our watercolors, I just would like to focus on showing you how we're going to actually mix these colors together to create our movement. All right. So what I'm going to start with is, here I've got my watercolors. And as you'll see on your desks, I've put 2 cups of water each. So 1 cup of water will be for the colors. So when you wash the colors in that water, and you've got your paper towel there as well. And this is for drying the paintbrush. And then we've got a clean water cup. So that's for when you wet the paintbrush to use your watercolors, because we all know that we have to mix water with our watercolors to make them work, right? And I've chosen to use special paper today. It's watercolor paper. So for those who don't know, it's a little bit thicker, you might notice, than plain copy paper. And it's got a bit of a rough sort of texture. If you look really closely, you can actually see the lines going through it, sort of like checkers type of thing, all right? So that's gonna help make our colors nice and vibrant and change the contrast when we mix it with water really nicely. Cool. And my chosen paintbrush. All right, so for us to start, I think I'm going to start by showing you the stems. So I'm going to start my sunflower with the stems. So I'm going to go with green. I'm going to dip that water in. Make it all watercolory. Now, the more water that you actually mix with the color, the more loose it's going to be on the paper. Let's have a look. So I have actually chosen not to put too much water so I can show you. What have we got? All right, so it's a little bit solid. It's not too watery. Let's see what happens when I add a little bit more water to it. Oh, that looks good. So see, it's becoming a bit thicker. We've got a thicker stem there. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna clean that brush. Now, as we saw with the stem before, actually I'm gonna take it out. No, I'm gonna choose this one. Now, is this stem a straight line to you? No, that's right, it's not a straight line, is it? So, to create that bend with a sunflower, imagine, say, there's a wind gushing past, our sunflower's bouncing around, moving. We want to create that in our picture with these colors. So what we can do is, if I want to change the color green, I want to make it a little bit lighter. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add some white. Now you'll see once I do this, it makes it a lot lighter in shade. So I'm going to have the lighter shade a bit down the bottom, right? And then I'm going to clean the brush. And how do you think we can make it look more bendy? I think I'm going to go with black. Now you might be thinking, oh, black, that's a bit weird, but you will see that it works quite well and it shows that movement. So that's quite dark, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more water to it so that it blends a bit better. Yep. Awesome. Now I'm going to add a bit more white. Yes, cool. And now I might need a little bit more green just to get that happy medium. Awesome. Great. So I'm going to actually do 3 stems. So I'll do this one, and they don't all have to be the same because as you can see with our sunflowers here, they don't all look the same. So we don't want them to look the same. They've got to be unique. Every sunflower and every flower, plant, all very unique. All right, so that's that one. And then I'm going to go and do another one. Oh, this one's extra bendy. Cool. And then I'll just add in my shade with the green, with the with the black. There we go. This one's a little bit more subtle. And this one too. Add a little bit more water to that one. Yay. Okay, beautiful. So there is our bendy movement shades. Now the same goes for our sunflower petals. So as you can see with our sunflowers, every petal is not symmetrical. So remember what symmetrical means? That's right, it's not like a mirror reflection. It's not exactly the same. Each petal is unique, it's different. So we want to be creative with our petals as well. So what we want to do is I am going to go with the darker yellow because I'm going to use my white to shade it and make it a bit lighter as well. Right? That's a long petal. So not many of the sunflowers have long petals, do they? So, but we can do whatever we like because this is art, right? We want to be creative. We can do smaller ones as well, like that. I've made that one, yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our middle part, right? So that brown I was talking to you about, we want to grab the brown because we are going to also mix it in with black. So I want it quite brown, like that. Right, just a circle, big circle for our sunflower. Clean the brush, and now I'm going to go in with the black and see what happens there. And just so I can show you, we can mix it in and it gives it that shade, it gives it that depth. Yeah, looks a little bit more realistic, hey? So look at that one, right? So you can see there's the dark black. So see, it's not too scary using the black. It works really well, okay? Now, we all understand how to do that. I want to show you what I prepared earlier so it can inspire you to see what I'm sort of looking for. This is my creation of my sunflowers. So as you can see, I've got the green stem and it's not straight. I'm showing the movement of the stem with that dark shade of black I added through it. Also, you can see I've put white through there as well to give it those lights. You know, the sun's shining upon it. There are light greens there as well. And even the leaves as well. So as you can see with our real life one, you can see shadow. You can see that it moves when you put, you know, when you put wind towards it. Okay, and so as you can see as well, in my petals, they're not all the same either. And the way that I've shaped them as well can show sort of like if it's moving in the wind because of that point, those curves. So playing with our line movement and stuff like that. Beautiful. I cannot wait to see all your beautiful sunflowers. I'm confident you guys are ready to go. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask me at the front.